Good morning. Good morning. This beautiful fall day. It's so wonderful you could join us. And I'm just looking forward to today's spiritual climb up Mount Kilimanjaro. And I look forward to our time together this morning when we can connect for a time of reflection and introspection. So we welcome you this morning to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Northern Nevada, where it is our mission to grow together in love, faith, justice, and joy. So my name is Dave Bianchi, and I'm serving as your worship associate today. Know that you are all welcome, and everyone is welcome to be part of us, regardless of racial identity, age, economic circumstances, immigration status, sexual orientation, or gender identity. Now, if you're someone who's viewing this and it's your first exposure to us, feel free to contact our office on our website for more information. And it's where you can also download a newcomer form. You know, you may notice at the top of your screen, there's a speaker gallery view. You can toggle back and forth on that to determine how you want to view this service. You can also go up to the corner of your picture and there's 3 dots, and that'll take you to a rename if you need to put your name on the slide. So feel free to do that as well so we know who we're visiting with this morning. And you will remain muted throughout the service, and you can make comments in the chat box anytime, but especially during the times of joys and concerns. And you'll be invited to join a coffee time after the service. So again, thank you. Thank you for being with us.
Today we gather. Today we take the opportunity to create an oasis together. A time out of time, a time to let go of our cares and worries of the world and just be nurtured. Take a few deep breaths, relax and settle in to receive what you need for body, mind, and spirit today. Our chalice lighting this morning, I invite you to grab your chalices that you have nearby and we can light them together. And our chalice lighting words this morning are from Wendell Berry, The Peace of Wild Things. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting for their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free.
Hello, UU family. I'm going to sing a song with you called Shine on Me. It's an amazing spiritual that anybody can sing. And in these days, when the things that we're dealing with, the feeling separate and all of that, and things seem so hard, this is one of those songs that you just throw your head back, put it in your medicine kit. All you have to do is ask. And here's how it goes. Shine on me, oh shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me, oh shine on me. Yes, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me. Lift me up, oh, lift me up. Let the light from the lighthouse lift me up, oh, lift me up. Yes, lift me up. Let the light from the lighthouse lift me up. Oh, hold me close. Yes, hold me close. Let the light from the lighthouse hold me close. Yes, hold me close. Oh, hold me close. Let the light from the lighthouse, please, hold me close. Oh, shine on me, shine on me. Yes, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me. Oh, shine on me. Yes, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me.
Our reading from this morning is by the Reverend Sean Dennison. And I'm going to invite you, as I read this reading, to take a few deep breaths and close your eyes and allow these words to wash over you and settle in deeply within, as if you wrote them and as if you are saying them to yourself. Take them in. My life is my own. I will be well. I will trust myself. I belong in the story. I am steadfast and true. I keep covenant with my own heart. I take care of my body and my spirit. I hold on with courage. I savor my safety and wholeness. I have absolute right of refusal. I will treasure my wholeness. I will create beauty and goodness. I will continue to grow and thrive. My life is mine. I will love it and me.
So this is the time of our service when we have the opportunity to share our bounty with each other. You know, we can do this virtually by texting UUFNN, and you just put 73256 and follow the instructions. It's really easy to do. And we're sharing this plate this month with the village at Sage Street, which provides stability through housing for low-income individuals. And just text separately from the offering to be able to send to the village at Sage Street. You can also mail a check to the office at 780 Del Monte Lane, Reno 89511. Or you can donate by signing up for the automatic giving. Lois and I have done that and it works great. So contact the office and Carol will send you an automatic draft authorization form. And thank you to everyone who has stepped forward to make sure our fellowship is financially secure in these uncertain times. You know, we're aware that there's some who cannot make their commitment due to this current situation. So I urge you and all of us who can to please contribute beyond our pledge. And I'm feeling positive. By all of us stepping up, we'll be stronger together than ever. So thank you for taking care of our beloved community. Now let our offering begin. And now I'd like you to join me as we bless these offerings. To the work of this fellowship, which is helping more people grow in love, faith, justice, and joy, we dedicate ourselves, and these are offerings.
Delighted to share with you this morning about an incredible experience that I had a few years ago when I had the opportunity to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Kili is the highest point in Africa, and it's the tallest freestanding mountain in the entire world. It's at 19,300 feet. And I'm excited to share with you today a little bit about some of the lessons that I learned. And mostly today, what I want to share with you is about the last 3,000 feet of the ascent, from 16,000 to 19,000 feet, after nearly a week of acclimatizing from hiking, beginning at just a few thousand feet. Now, this last part of the ascent is done at night under the cover of darkness. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One is, as they say, if you were able to see what you were doing at that last 3,000 feet and see what was ahead, you might not do it. And the other reason is to start out at midnight and hike all night to be at the summit at sunrise. And so the evening that we're summiting, we have dinner at about 5 p.m. We're supposed to sleep until midnight, which is really impossible to sleep. And then we get up at midnight and hike the last 3,000 feet up to 19,000 feet at the summit. And Michelle, thank you for that slide. We'll bring that one up in just a moment. I prepared to climb Kili, and Michelle, we can take down the slides and we'll come back to that last one in just a little bit. Thank you. I prepared to climb Kili mostly by hiking and snowshoeing and trying to increase my lung capacity. Another important part of the preparation was the right equipment. You know, even though Kilimanjaro doesn't require special climbing equipment, it's really just a steep hike, but the right equipment is still essential. And Michelle, you can pull up that second photo so that you can see we're dependent on good hiking boots, warm clothing to layer, gloves, hat, and goggles. And I remember sitting in my tent the afternoon before we were to summit, nervously organizing my pile of gear, wondering what it was going to be like. You can see that I have a camelback of water on the front and then a backpack on the back that had additional water and a thermos of tea and various first aid supplies. Thanks, Michelle. That's great for that one. I mean, Danielle. And one of the things that I think about sometimes now is when we went into COVID, you know, we didn't get a few months or weeks or months to say, okay, this is going to happen. So what do we need? What are we going to want? How can I take care of myself? We were just plunged into this challenging situation without much warning. And so what I want to suggest to us today is that maybe we take a pause and do that now. We're probably going to be here a while longer. And maybe we just stop and pause and take the effort to prepare, to ask ourselves what we need, to ask for help, because we can be together in it. And so I want you to hear this today, that you are worthy, you are enough. You are worth taking the opportunity to just stop and care for yourself and breathe and connect. Give yourself some nurture and ask, what do I need right now for this journey that I'm on? It's not too late to ask that question. I think it's important for us to tune in to what are the important parts of our support system. Through the several days of hiking Kilimanjaro, one of the most critical supports were our feet. And so it was critically important that we pay attention to how our feet were doing and take care of them. My friend Kathy, my buddy on the journey, taught me that whenever we got that first tingle of a blister, it's so important to stop right then and sit down and take off hiking boots and socks and treat and cover the area. Do not wait, because it will be so painful later with every step. So we had to stop and take care of it right then. Maybe that's a message for us right now. Another thing that I learned on that mountain in Africa is how profound it can be to connect deeply with a sense of awe. On the journey, we hiked several days through 5 ecosystems: the cultivated land, and then the rainforest, and then the heath and the moorland, and then the alpine, and then the Arctic summit. And we started out wearing shorts and t-shirts and progressively adding more layers as we gained altitude through the days and as we acclimatized. And I was awed by so many things on that journey. I was awed by our porters. While we would sometimes struggle and need help stepping up a steep, rocky step, the porters, as they're called in that part of the world, not Sherpas, would skip up the mountain like mountain goats with a 50-pound rucksack balanced on the back of their necks with no hands holding it. We were each assigned a porter, and the one partnered with me had the name, interestingly enough, of Baraka. There was nothing more awe-inspiring than that beautiful sunrise at the summit, at the highest point of Africa. It brought tears of elation. I was overwhelmed by being awestruck. Maybe it's important on this journey that we're on right now to connect with those moments of awe, to find them where we can. Outside, hiking in these beautiful fall colors, being inside, looking outside, even looking at a plant, even looking at our own hands and how mysterious and intricate they are can bring a sense of awe. I think it's important to find ways to be awed in these days, to connect with it, to allow it to grow within us until it creates a sense of gratitude, knowing that we're held in love. And you know, I think really one of the real trick, I think, to being in awe is coming fully present. Allowing wonder to take hold, stopping, breathing, noticing. Probably the most poignant lesson that I got from my trek up Kilimanjaro to 19,300 feet is that of Polepole. Polepole is a Kiswahili phrase that simply means slowly, slowly. The porters and our guides would tell us that those who came to Kili thinking they were fit and just gonna bound right up it and conquer it, don't make it. Maybe half of the two-thirds of the people that attempt to climb Kili are able to do it. And what's critically important is Polepole. That has everything to do with acclimatizing slowly over several days and breathing. It's all about the breath. You know, I had trained, I was excited. I was also afraid. I have asthma. And when you put all this preparation into something, you really want to be able to see it through. And I just didn't know how it would go. I felt somewhat vulnerable. And they say that altitude sickness, which overtakes many, and the only cure to altitude sickness is turning back. It's genetic. And you don't know until you get into altitude if you'll be one of the ones affected or not. And I had an agreement with my beloved spouse that I would not be heroic in my attempt to summit. If I had issues, I would turn back. And I was intent on keeping that commitment. And yet I wanted so badly to be able to make it to the summit. Would I make it? Would I be able to do it? Polepole. That last 3,000 feet with the air so thin, all night long, here is how that went. Those last 3 miles, the rhythm was step, breathe, step, breathe, step, breathe. Polepole. And every step was only the size of your foot because it was so steep, that was all you could do. And in that thin air, that was all that your body was able to accomplish. Step, breathe. Step, breathe. It was like learning to breathe all over again. And not only breathing, but breathing as everything. We had to make the absolute most of every single breath. And so the focus became breathing in deeply, breathing in spirit, the ruah in the Hebrew, the breath of God, breathing it in. Being there on that mountain, it's felt as if I needed every breath to be the very breath of God. I prayed for it to be that. I breathed it in as deeply as possible, even as unsatisfying as it was, because the air was so thin with so little oxygen. Polepole. Step, breathe. Step, breathe. It's pretty hard to describe the feeling after all night of hiking up that steep rock face, seeing that last 100 yards, that last 100 feet of reaching the summit. Danielle, if you could put up that last photo. It's a beautiful place with the glaciers. And there's a congratulations sign, as you can see, announcing that you've made it to the highest point in Africa. It was completely exhilarating and overwhelming and awe-inspiring to be in that place, literally at the top of the world. Thank you, Danielle. May we all reach our own mountaintop simply by living our best lives. May we do it by nurturing ourselves, asking for what we need, giving ourselves the gift of taking care of ourselves, even in these days, and especially in these days. Knowing that we are being held in love, held in spirit. May climbing a very tall mountain be a spiritual metaphor for our lives, step by step. Finding some stillness, maybe even between breaths, even between steps. Know, beloveds, that you are enough. You are worthy. It's a very difficult time for all of us. We're all doing the best we can. May we turn off the news. May we find some stillness. May we know that we are enough. You are enough. May you find some awe. You have permission to find yourself again. Be held in love. Polepole. Amen.
Breathe in, step. Breathe out, step. Breathe in, step. Breathe out, step.
We have the opportunity this morning to take in some new members and to celebrate the new members that are joining with us. And so David Shirey is going to take a couple minutes and introduce them, and then we'll participate together in our membership ceremony.
Good morning. We are going to welcome 9 new members this morning, so it's quite exciting. The first is Jennifer Cullison. Jennifer moved with her son, Kaio, to Reno about a year ago and says she hopes that UUFNN can become a place for both of them to find a real sense of community and welcome. She also very much wants to work on social justice issues, so we know that she's in the right place. Welcome, Jennifer. Next is Richard Dalton. Richard has lived in Reno for 17 years, but didn't decide to join us here at UUFNN until just recently. He says on his bio sheet that he specifically has no hopes at this point, although I'm sure that we'll help him change that before too long. Welcome, Richard. Rick Hilton. Rick arrived in Reno last January and was wise enough to visit UUFNN on the first Sunday that he was in town. He says that he moved here to change his life, to live simply, and to be of service to others. Welcome, Rick. Nancy Jones. Nancy is a native of this area, returning to Reno after time in Arizona, Colorado, and California. At UUFNN, she is seeking a sense of community, good friends, and for that elusive sense of hope in these difficult times. She may not be with us this morning. Sorry about that. I don't see her picture. So we say, welcome, Nancy. Next is Mary Ortiz. Mary admits that her proudest achievements in life are being a nurse for over 30 years and being a mother to son Matthew for 43 years now and counting. She seeks a sense of fulfillment here at UUFNN and hopes to find it through working with action. Welcome, Mary. Amanda Rosenberg. Amanda is a self-admitted nerd who says on her bio sheet, if you have any questions about science, I'm a good person to ask. And we know she'll find a strong sense of community here at UUFNN. After all, she also wrote, I liked your group, so it seemed right to join. Well said. Welcome, Amanda. Molly Mitchell. Molly was born here in Reno and has been attending UUFNN since May of 2019. She says she is seeking a caring community without the dogma of standard Christianity. And that's all of us, right? And looks forward to possibly working with a caring community in the future. We say, welcome, Molly. Kim Allison. Kim has been coming to UUFNN for almost 3 years now, along with her son, Grayson. She is a rangeland management specialist with the Bureau of Land Management. So you can bet she enjoys fishing and camping with her son. Welcome, Kim. Todd Thornton. Todd moved from Tucson to Reno almost a decade ago and first came to UUFNN in late 2018. He is seeking a community of connections and friendship and would eventually like to be involved with action. Todd may not be with us this morning, so I apologize, we don't have his picture. Welcome, Todd.
Thank you, David, for those introductions. This is indeed a day of celebration for all of us as we honor your commitment to become members of UUFNN. And so I'm going to ask a couple of questions to the congregation and then to the new members, and your "we do" response can be done with jazz hands.
Mm-hmm.
To the congregation, will you now welcome these new members, enlarging the circle of community and embracing the gifts that they bring?
Yes.
We do. And will you not only welcome, but promise to nurture these new members Will you not only welcome, but promise to nurture these new beginnings with us with friendship and support, with eagerness and expectation, and will you promise to care for them and work alongside them? And to the new members, this is your covenant. Will you accept this welcome with eagerness and enthusiasm? Will you bring your gifts and talents to our community? And will you be co-creators with us of the beloved community that we strive for? Congratulations and welcome to all of our new members. We're delighted to welcome you and we look forward to growing with you. Welcome.
When I breathe in peace, step. When I breathe out love, step. When I breathe in peace, step. When I breathe out love, step.
We join our hearts and our spirits for our time of community prayer and meditation. Yesterday, we had the opportunity to gather at UUFNN, and many of us came and many of us shared a time of being together and visiting And we did a ritual where we invited folks to place a message of encouragement, a message of love, a word of blessing in a box to be shared. And we'll share some of these in the coming weeks together. We may mail some of these out to folks who need a boost. And I wanted to just read a couple of them as we begin our prayer time. Keep calm and carry on. All is well. And another person said, God gave us memories so that we could have more roses in December. In this virus time and confinement, let us recall past memories of joy and connection with the UU Fellowship and friends and family. You are not alone and you are loved. Spirit of life and love, we gather today. We gather in gratitude. We gather in joy and celebration. We gather with concerns. And so we take these few moments and record the prayers of our hearts for those of you who would like in the chat box. We gather all of our thoughts and intentions as one, those that we are able to speak and those that we hold in the deepest of places. And I want to close our prayer this morning with the reading where we started from Reverend Sean Dennison at the beginning of our service. And I invite you once again to allow these words to cascade over you as if you wrote them. My life is my own. I will be well. I trust myself. I belong in the story. I am steadfast and true. I keep covenant with my own heart. I take care of my body and spirit. I hold on with courage. I savor my safety and wholeness. I will treasure my wholeness. I will create beauty and goodness. I will continue to grow and thrive. My life is mine. I will love it and me. And so may we hold together the gesture that we often do with one hand on the heart and one hand with energy out to the community that says, I see you, I hear you, we are in this together. No one is alone. Blessed be, and amen.
When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love.
We want to thank you so much for joining us for our service today. We're always delighted to have you, and you're always welcome. Invite you to watch your email for programming. Invite you to stay up to date with Zoom and use the latest links because those have been changed in the last couple of weeks. If you need any support in any way, please let us know that. We would love to find a way to be here with you and to provide the connection or whatever support that you might need. The next gathering that we'll be having at the fellowship is this coming Saturday from 9 to 11 when we'll be raking leaves. So invite you to come with gloves and a rake and mask and join in for that celebration of sprucing up our grounds this fall. I want to let you know that the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee is having their gala on Zoom this Wednesday, the 21st. It'll be at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And the information for how to join in that was in yesterday's email, and it will be in Monday's email as well. So I wanted to make sure that you're able to take advantage of that opportunity. The UUSC conducts justice work all over the world with so many issues. They make such a difference. So we wanted to have the opportunity to celebrate their gala on this Wednesday. You can still sign up for a Gather in Strength group, and you can contact Kristen about how to do that. There's many children's programs coming up. Wanted to make sure that families can avail themselves of those opportunities for children. And want to be sure that if you're new to us, that you can click the link that's in the chat and give us a little bit of your contact information so that we can help you get to know us and give you some information and we can get to know you. There will be a gathering next Sunday for children, and Kristen is looking for some folks who might want to participate in a decorated car parade. That will be great fun, and you can see Kristen or email Kristen if you'd like to participate in that opportunity. After our service, you'll be invited to join on for coffee hour and small group informal conversations, and we invite you to take advantage of that connection opportunity. Our closing song is from one of the most famous passages and phrases uttered by Julian of Norwich, who is that mystic from the 14th century. And so I invite you to sing along with her as we participate in All Will Be Well.
Julian, you are holy, you are holding my hand, and Julian, you are holy, you are holding my not know about shame. But she said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. I said, Julian, do you not know about loneliness? And Julian, do you not know about disease? And I said, Julian, do you not know about cruelty? I said, Julian, it's too much, it brought me to my knees. But she said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. She said, no one does not know about sorrow, and no one does not know about pain. She said, no one does not know about hunger, and no one does not know about shame. And she said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. She said, no one does not know about loneliness, and no one does not know about disease. And she said, no one does not know about cruelty. She said, I know, it's too much, it brought me to my knees, where I heard, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. I said, Julian, you are holy, you are holding my hand. And Julian, you are holy, you are holding my hand. She said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. And she said, baby girl, do you not know about tenderness? She said, baby girl, do you not know about friends? And she said, baby girl, do you not know about the spirit? She said, baby girl, do you not know it's only love that never ends? And so all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. And so all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well.
Beloveds, as you receive the blessing, let us offer our symbol of connection in the windows. Beloveds, in these days, all will be well. Polepole, may you find moments of breath, the mystery and the miracle of simply breathing. May you find awe. May you find what you need to support you, bless, and encourage you in these days. You are enough, you are loved, and all will be well. Blessed be, amen, and namaste.